live. It's live.
Okay.
Oh, is this where it's No, he's calling. Sit down. Let me let the community members sit down. Maybe not.
Let me find a chair.
Yes. Do you see the rest?
What?
Do you see Jan is here?
Yes.
And Dooley is here. And it's a community member. And let me see who's here. Some members of the community. There's one. She works for the city, I believe. And then there's that one. She was rolling her. Okay.
Yeah. And then I'll go grab a chair.
Okay, sounds good.
Pull more chairs.
Are you filming?
Yes.
All that heavy lifting.
Where do you want to sit?
Where's who?
Where do you want to sit?
For people to sit down, I guess. Because people have things to say, so. Carl. And keep forgetting he's not important about me. My concern is this constituent, this resident.
We just never talk, so it's hard to.
Absolutely. He doesn't talk a lot. I don't know if you remember from like before. So he, but it's good to see that you're in good health. Thank you for saying hello.
Thank you. What?
This is like a psychology exercise. I know it was going to say. And I better know exactly where you sit. Remember Alex and
No, I wasn't going to sit there, but I was going to.
We don't sit.
I'm Christina. I live here. Great. Jacqueline, I also live here.
Ryan and Elliot, we also live here.
I'm Carl, I live here.
So one of these meetings that we did is just open up to see different things on what's going on. What you're concerned with.
And can everybody hear? I assume I can't go shut that door, right?
They're having a meet tonight, so I think the closing team might be right now.
Okay.
I think these cameras don't pick up sound here.
Personally, I'm concerned about the device in the state being depleted, so that's why I'm here. I'd like to talk more about the city's response to the presence of ice in our community.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can really come back. Yeah, not good. Put it shortly.
Yeah, personally, someone else, please feel free to jump in. A few requests that I would have of the council. That would be to formally denounce the illegal and unconstitutional acts of ICE in our city and our state. I would like St. Anthony Village to formally join Minneapolis and St. Paul in requesting Governor Walz put a moratorium on evictions until we settle
So two asks you have.
Actually, three.
I just want to make you right. Formally announce actions by us.
Yes.
And then moratorium on evictions.
Correct.
And, okay, good.
Yes, I would like the city to disallow ICE from using public spaces like parking lots and parks for staging purposes, for any purposes. Good question.
My name is Bibi. I think that I would add to that, sort of similar to one of the asks, is their non-cooperation, even like a consent, consent, things like that, like separation ordinances. There we go. It's been a long day, and I'm kind of coming back at 7, so let me just warm up. But so yeah, one of those, like a separation. Is that what it's a separation?
Yeah, I think so.
I believe that's a similar thing to what's asking about
Say,
not
what is the
allow
word?
staging.
Separation.
It's not a
Disallow
separation order.
staging.
I'm sorry, what?
I believe a separation ordinance is similar
Yes.
to the same disallow staging
Yes,
on public
separation
property.
ordinance. Absolutely, but it's not just that. Not allow staging is having the police department not cooperate to enforce federal immigration policies.
When I saw that, Mankato City Council is going to draft an ordinance that would force officers from out-of-town law enforcement agencies to unmask and identify who they work for. So, that sounds good.
And just to talk about this scale of people that we're shooting about,
Use of phone.
as of 2023, roughly 12% of the population of St. Anthony is foreign-born. That amounts to about 1,100 people within our community, and we're a small community. And so I think it's on us to make sure that we're protecting those people in the ways that we can.
That's good for community.
12-15%.
Thank you.
And it's disproportionate by county.
It is. It's a greater percentage of our population in comparison to surrounding areas.
People behind you missing.
Because we're
It's someone standing directly
greater
behind.
population of Ramsey County portion of our community than.
Look,
So,
now I go. We can just do this. So,
wanted to just follow up on my question about, our police department has what's called policy 413. And so they do not cooperate. And the purpose of that is to build trust with community members. So anytime our police interact with community members, they're not trying to run status. And that's intentional. A lot of police departments have
what policy is that? Sorry, what policy number is that for ours?
413.
Thank you.
And it specifically is about immigration. So, do we want to hear more? Do you want to answer?
Absolutely. We can, there might be some overlap in the maybe.
Oh, yeah, we got new people.
I think it sounded like you guys were talking about law enforcement. That was kind of our biggest concern is like, what is the stance of St. Anthony's Police Department and what are they doing to help protect community?
When because right, I mean, certainly ICE has done like some of the worst things, but also they are frequently violating traffic laws and driving without plates and changing up those plates. And so those are, violations of the law that they could, in my view, like, well, why wouldn't you stop them and pull them over and give them a ticket? Like, you can, as far as I understand, I'm not a lawyer, but like, for sure.
And when they're not running their lights, I believe it's illegal for them to do those kinds of things. They're not allowed to do those sorts of things.
Well, and I don't think you're ever allowed to just not have plates or.
Well, not for, that's true, but like, police can run
Yes,
red
yes.
lights and stuff like that if they're running their lights and sirens, but most of the time we do not.
So I have a question, right? So police department policies change, but something like a separation ordinance would not, because it would be put into how the city just operates. So if another police department chief, comes in and wants to go through the process of changing policies, then that would be very difficult if there's something like a separation ordinance like Minneapolis has. It could also be enforced, like Frey is saying that he plans on doing regarding immigration, cooperation with federal immigration. It's where they won't cooperate with federal immigration agents or agencies. No, I mean, if, like for immigration purposes. For everything else, it's still the same, right? So it's not like we're not gonna cooperate with feds if somebody like has committed murder and, you know, they've been detained, and we're gonna facilitate that. But just for specifically immigration, that's why you have something like a separation ordinance. So,
Are there,
thank you for making my point.
is there a question? Besides the issues related to separation ordinance and policy 413?
Can you read out the policy 413? I don't know if the city manager has a device on me.
I don't have it on me. What the policy really says is that immigration enforcement is not the purview of local law enforcement. So they don't participate in any of it.
They don't ask questions if they stop someone on a traffic stop, or they just have no role in.
They don't ask, they don't collect the data, it has nothing to do with local.
So if data is requested by a federal immigration agency,
There's no,
does our police department cooperate with that process? I'm just trying, because, you know, if it's not in there, it doesn't prevent that from happening.
Yeah. Not being police chief, right? They don't collect the data, so they wouldn't have to.
Well, data is created when you write an incident report, for example. So when you have contact with the public, you write an incident report, right? And so that is data, and it has to be stored, right? And it has so that there's data there available. It's not. I wish it were the days, right, where what is that, Melbury, where they go and you just talk to your, you know, police chief, and there's no like. But I don't think that's the reality of our modern era, you know. So how are you preparing for that? How are you making sure that you're protecting us as a community as everything is accelerating?
So here's what it says specifically in policy regarding information sharing. So under policy 413, it's 413.6. No member of this department will prohibit or in any way restrict any other member from doing any compliance regarding citizenship or immigration status, lawful or unlawful, any individual sending information to or restricting or receiving such information from federal immigration, maintaining such information in federal records, or changing such information with any other federal, state, or government entity.
Will not prohibit?
So, if, to your point, the, because they don't ask, information, they won't, but to your point.
Sounds like that policy may need to be revised.
This is actually, our policy is a model policy that other departments have.
Boilerplate?
The purpose of it has been to build trust with community, so they don't ask those questions, so they don't have that information recorded, and that's the purpose of it.
But the way that data works, the way that data requests work, right? The way that the reality works versus the theory is that there is data created and generated in that interaction, whether or not the officer through a policy interprets it as not asking questions. And so I think that it would be wise, right, to have something in place to protect us while this is happening. And I think that that's why I'm proposing that you revisit that particular policy and its wording to strengthen it. I don't expect you to do this tonight and come up with it tonight. These are just suggestions, and maybe, you know, with you know, my presentation and that you're otherwise, I don't expect anything tonight. What I do expect is for everything that has been said here to be considered very seriously, and I expect openness, I expect dialogue, I expect, that's just what I expect.
so Mayor, so I think the questions you're raising about whether there is no data and there's protections around it in 413.6 specifically, questions can be asked of our city attorney and our police chief as to risks, right, that you're raising. But already are having these conversations electronically from people who send us information. And we have information to start talking through this to help you understand what we as elected officials are doing. That's the purpose of also asking people to come and talk to us, because we want to understand and we want to share some of the same information we are sharing with other people electronically, right? Everybody gets their questions or asks about information in different formats, and this is our opportunity to you to allow you to ask these questions. So some of what you've already asked and talked about, I think each of us can speak to what we're doing. And so.
So I'm
focusing
gonna,
just
I'm
on
sorry, I'm
work-
gonna ask for more than that, because we hear you guys speak at every single city council meeting. We hear you guys speak, you guys are always speaking. So if this was about listening to the community,
Right.
we should
And
all
so-
be speaking.
And so we would like.
And you
to
should
hear-
listen, right? And then instead of saying we already have that in place, but
I'm
we're
not
willing to
saying-
run it through these other departments and channels to see how we can explain to you what's already here. We are asking to be able to exercise the process and our rights as residents to change, reword.
I get
Because
it.
right now, it doesn't protect us at all.
I get what you are
You're
asking
talking
for,
about
Dr.
officer
Newman.
judgment.
I would like to hear
We're
other.
talking about
I would like
constitutional
to hear
rights.
other people's
Oh, they're free to
concerns as
speak,
well.
and they have spoken as well. We're jumping in and out.
Are there other concerns besides the one that Dr. Newman is raising about 413.6 specifically?
I honestly think just the listening get opposed, so I don't have any specific suggestions. I really just the listening.
I didn't have a chance to say hello to Hala and Bello too.
I personally was expecting a lot of people here. How are we sending this information out? I was just told by another person that there's this meeting. I didn't know that there was this meeting. So that means this is not reaching out.
So one of the things that has happened is we just made a decision to start scheduling these meetings after having commonality in some questions that were submitted online, and having, giving people the opportunity to ask questions and respond.
But what people, because I don't see them.
I see people here. I think everybody who has questions should have access to us, and this is just
I
another
didn't even
form.
know there was this meeting until half an hour.
So maybe this might help you. How can people learn about these town halls? Also, is there a space to where we can have more people here? Because I'm assuming if most of St. Anthony wanted to come to this in this exact spot, we had to pull those chairs over. Is there another place we can be?
Yeah, this doesn't look like it was prepared
Is
beforehand.
there usually a bigger space where more of us could
They use those spaces, yes.
Certainly, not knowing, to Councilmember Dillon's point, Lana had mentioned, yesterday morning, we started getting to say, how can we schedule some time, some weekly times that people can come and ask questions and share what their concerns are. So, you're absolutely right. We weren't sure where people would come.
Gotcha,
Or
yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
This
And
is
so-
the start.
Great.
Right?
Or we can certainly look at, this space is used, shared with city council and school board, so we have to figure out if
Sure.
there's space, the school board is here, but we can look at alternate spaces.
Yeah.
So how about to your point, but it sounds like, I'm sorry, you found out 30 minutes ago that this was happening.
My other question is, right, I
Yes.
was expecting to see the police chief, the school representation. How is this a listening session? How? Like, who are we listening to here? Who are we listening to here? You know what I mean? I've been here since 2011,
Yeah.
and I just found out about this half an hour ago.
Absolutely.
If you want to listen to the community, you need to reach out to the community.
So one of the things that is also under this is we are scheduling, last year we started that Connect with the Council, where we actually go out and meet where people are. So in all of our multi-family complexes, we are giving the complex manager the opportunity to schedule some of us, two of us, to come in and talk. historically been about goals for the next year, but last year we talked a lot about the decision about Falcon Heights because that was just primary goals lines. We're doing the same thing. We engaged with almost 400 people just in that one format.
But
This
how do
is
you
just
do that
another
when
form.
the key people are missing?
Thank you.
We have kids at the school. My kids carry their passports. And they're US citizens, born and raised.
Yep.
They carry their passports.
Yes.
The key people are missing in this meeting. So my question is, how is this considered a listening session? Who's being listened to? Who's being represented? I'm shocked that I don't see the police chief. I don't see anyone from the police department. Like, at least someone.
Can I ask, how did you guys promote it? Because I heard about it from other residents, so I'm just curious, what was the publication method from the city village?
The city communicated through Facebook yesterday, after.
Yes, it sounds like this was last minute, so I guess.
This is last minute.
Yes, but yeah, so I thought it was like, so it was on Facebook and.
And then I
Only.
heard
And
about it.
notifications.
Yeah, I got the notification through the like what's happening in St. Anthony.
Now.
email list.
Okay.
Oh, great.
All right.
I saw it on Facebook, I think it was a couple of days ago, 2 different Facebook.
City page and I think someone put on the village page.
A couple of weeks ago?
A couple of days ago.
Days
I
ago.
just got it last
So it was on Facebook earlier than it was on the city. What's happening now?
Okay, so I think this is just information for us. This is the start of a process. There are opportunities to improve outcomes, right? So we're happy you have heard. This is not the last time we will be
My
here.
other question is, are you not
Oh,
worried
it's
that it's
4:50.
only us here? 'Cause this is not
Personally,
St.
I
Anthony
am really happy
representation.
it's all of you here, because when we have our council meetings, which are very public, and our work sessions, which are very
But this is
public.
a different topic.
It's
It
optics.
is.
That's why we're in the hallway. It's optics. It's not serious.
Because I was shocked when I was speaking up,
Optics.
I was shocked at these cars. Are you not worried that there's only this many people attending today?
I don't know about the rest of the council members, but I am receiving questions from people off the website, people who go send me directly emails, people who have called me, people who talk to me when I'm out in the community. So am I worried that this is a small, and this is our first meeting, and there's not much publication about it? I consider this as us trying to expand who we engage with, and this is a first step.
Okay, but we're also bringing substantive things.
You are.
Beyond the exercise of showing that you're expanding who you engage with.
You
I
are
just want
asking
that to be
questions.
noted. And if this was serious, we would have a serious meeting room. If this was serious. So these are little tales, right? Who's here? How does it look? Are you prepared to welcome the community? These are all tells, as they say.
Yeah.
Why not get the school involved? Why not reach out to parents? Because if there's an emergency at the
Could
school.
meet at the
they're
school.
able to reach out to parents. There should be a way that all parents at the school should be, I mean, at least parents that are worried of going outside every day.
Do we know?
There should be a way for parents to be able to, family members or community members to be able to participate in this meeting.
He
You
keeps
could
raising his
meet-
hand.
Oh, sorry.
No, he keeps raising his hand.
I just wanted to say that like you guys need to do a better job in terms of reaching out to the immigrant communities
That's right.
and people of color.
That's right.
Because we are the one impacted.
That's right.
So we pay tax here.
That's
We pay
right.
Our bills. If you don't do it, you guys gonna cut it off. The state or the government is just like
That's right.
taxing. We are taxpayers.
That's right.
So it's a lot of stuff happening
That's
in
right.
this city.
That's right.
People working here for the city, they ignore us.
That's right.
They don't even ask us like what is the real problem.
That's right.
And I have experience in that.
That's
I have
right.
A lot of examples that I can give you.
That's right.
On paper, while like I would just email whoever like in the city and they will right away. So I'm a US citizen. I carry my passport wherever I go.
That's real.
So the Constitution doesn't stipulate treat certain people exceptionally, while just like ignoring other people. And that is the problem that I have with this community.
That's right.
I have suffered a lot living in this community,
That's right.
but no one even try to understand like what I went through. Some people even pass by my house, look at me like in a very evil eye, while keeping the interest of other people that are just like lying, people like they have like this xenophobic idea against immigrants.
That's right.
They don't want to live like next to an immigrant.
That's right.
And those are the problems.
Yes.
This is not coming from the government, from the top. So we start like hearing all these people like what happened. It's very evil, but also you need to address like what is happening in certain parts of this, right in our community.
That's right.
Yeah.
But as long as like we privilege some people and just like looking down certain people and their problems, this will get nowhere because like you guys can make it alone. You will never make it alone by just like thinking that like we have to be left behind. Because like most of us are educated people, we pay taxes, we make the community better, but if you think that like you can make it alone, go ahead. Like, a lot of people have tried to hurt me myself, but they can't. There are people who know me. Sarah, hello.
I personally would say I'm tired of coming to listening sessions. Nobody's listening. It's getting very tired. It's very much examining and expecting different results. If saying I've been at the city of San Antonio, wanted to reach out and help, they could have done it. It's a choice. I personally believe it's a choice.
They said it was the first step, so I'm waiting for the next one. Might want to bring some food. I'm just trying to throw something in there, but
I've had another ask come up as we've been sitting here talking. It'd be nice if the city didn't consider posts to social media an effective means of communication.
thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
not an
you.
official channel anywhere.
Thank you. The official channel is Facebook. That's what I'm learning today. This is ridiculous.
So you guys should have like a way to broadcast like a message that will reach out to all the citizens and the inhabitants of San Antonio.
Yeah, in
You
case
have a
of an
big sign
emergency.
right out front with lights on it. You could put it up there, and then everybody driving by could see it.
So something besides the kiosk that's out there, the sign that is flashing.
He's talking about the sign, and they're talking
The
about
electric sign?
the sign. Yeah, that's what they're saying. I'm not.
I'm asking, something besides that?
They're
it could
saying put a message on there, like emergency messaging, things
Yeah.
like that. I think is how we got here, from what I could tell. Somebody
Yeah.
correct me, please. And it's getting late. They have their planning meeting, don't they? Okay.
Sorry I was late, so I'm not sure what I missed.
Right now, we're just trying to understand people's questions and concerns.
Okay. Okay, that sounds alarming.
Oh my gosh.
Some asks that I would just want to communicate on behalf of myself and then the community members that I'm in touch with are specifically that, well, for myself, I would say I would really love to see a stronger and a braver voice coming from our city council in terms of standing up for what we see with our own eyes is happening here. Because otherwise it feels, not to use the I'm not saying gaslighting, but to have it not acknowledged is its own kind of denial. And so some things that could help with that would be joining the call for an eviction moratorium, which I think the city of Minneapolis has done, to my knowledge.
Yes.
And there was something else that I was going to ask for. I know that there's a statement under consideration. certainly publishing some kind of statement, although it is just words. It's an acknowledgement that you're here with us and that you are leading this charge. I would like to see more uniformity and connection between the schools and the police department. There is many different things happening at each different institution. And although I appreciate that some people are willing to go more of a distance than others, we should all be going that distance together, because this is not ordinary times. I keep repeating that. And it's not business as usual. And I think we need to just really take seriously. We have seen ICE vehicles circling the schools. It's happening. These are kids. These are families who are afraid to leave their homes for maybe a month now and are supposed to, and again, not because they're necessarily here for any, they could have legal status and they're afraid to leave their homes or send their children to school. So those were the asks, and then there was one other thing, if I could check my phone, because now I'm talking, I can't remember. What were the other big asks? Do you remember?
What's the public space one?
Yes, the public space.
Yeah.
Somebody else want to take that one? But
Staging on public space.
staging on public space.
I don't know what they're setting up right behind us.
What was that? Just terribly asked for a denouncement of the activities of ICE.
Great.
From the city council, we asked for a moratorium on evictions, or to join the request to the governor for a moratorium on evictions, and the separation ordinance, so that they are not using city spaces for staging or other activities.
And then actually enforcing that too. They do it anyway because they don't care. But actually showing up if they're there.
Yeah.
Non-cooperation from police, unmasking,
Thank you.
And other feedback that we've heard are incorporating more other types of city leaders into these meetings, giving us a more formal space to legitimize this a little bit more, and expand communications to the broader community. So we can grow.
And don't have Facebook be your official city page. You might have to say it. I don't know that she's writing what I say. I'm just saying. No,
Howard, you had mentioned that you were hoping to see the police chief here. Are there other city leaders that you were hoping, and right now our goal is to host these sessions at 4:30 every Tuesday. Are there other city leaders that would be helpful to hear from?
Fire, right? Yeah. Public Works, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
This is not like any other time.
And for this, because this meeting was so last minute, we didn't coordinate with the school, and that's on me. They also have a school board meeting tonight in the media center. But it sounds like moving forward, if we could have police, fire, a school representative here to ask.
What about the superintendent? That might count for the school, the superintendent, Renee. That might count for the school. So just the head officials of the city, right? So we have the fire department, we have the police department, we have public works, we have, I guess, the superintendent from the school. That would be okay because it's separating government from the school, but that might be okay. I don't know of anyone else. Don't drop the phone.
One of the things I can tell you, we even want to do.
Don't
this,
drop the
One of the
phone.
things I can tell you is, there are things we can do as a city body officially, and there are things we can't do that we may choose to do personally, and understanding the difference between what we can control as a city. It may not be the answer that everybody's looking for, because there are legal and state statutory and federal laws that are gonna govern what we can and can't do.
But I think that's where we would be petitioning you.
Thank
to
you.
fight at that level.
Thank you. Thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
And one of the things
Thank you.
I'm scared to go outside.
I
The person that was just killed was American born, right?
Right.
So I am a US citizen, right? And there's no, when I go outside, I can be taken. Does that make a difference if I'm legal here or not? Does it
So-
make a difference?
It does not.
So I think what you're not understanding is how serious this matter is.
I'm
You're taking
speaking
this very
personally
lightly.
right now.
I am so sorry to tell you this, but you need to understand what we're asking. We are very scared. Our kids are scared.
I understand what you're asking because I have been
And the fact
working.
that you think that this is okay is,
I don't think this is okay. I don't
if you
think
did
this.
not think this is okay, you would have done better. You would have got a
May
lot
may
of
I
people
first
here.
ask you, do you know what I
The legal
have
stuff you're
done?
telling us about right now, you would have got that ready, prepared to tell us.
So
You would have got everything ready, because this did not just start yesterday
I'm
or
happy to
today.
tell you what I have
This
been
did not
doing.
start yesterday or
Dulan,
today. You
I
should
think
have
just
prepared.
listening, just
You should have
listening is all
prepared.
you need to do.
Listening means we listen. You should have prepared today to let us know how you're able to help the people of St. Anthony. Kids are involved this time.
So, what,
So can I share what I am doing to help prepare? I have been attending other meetings, listening to other council members in other cities that are dealing with this, to try to understand what those cities are trying to effectively put in place.
I
And
think
there's
that,
things
I
that
think
we
that a
can
different
do.
time of telling what you've done, maybe out through the city official channel would be good. But a listening session is to listen to the community, not for you to tell the community what you've done.
I think like the problem here, like you guys always wanna take it personal.
Yeah.
Don't take it personal because like.
It's not you
I'm
singular.
sorry,
Okay,
I'm
because-
sorry.
Because like we are inhabitants of this city.
Residents,
We
yeah.
pay taxes. But if you guys are not impartial about like things happening in the city or like, you know, like somebody, a citizen can go and lie about his neighbor, but always like somebody in the city will support that. That's a problem. Like we have like a lot of problems that like that are happening in the city. But like you need to listen, you need to understand that because like there are neighbors. We want to help neighbors so that they can move out of the city. I have experienced that as a black male, as an immigrant. Okay, I've never come here to talk about it. I'm talking about it now. Listen to me.
That's
Listen
right.
to me.
I appreciate you being.
Some people know about it. They will never do anything about it because I'm a black man. Listen to me. Don't take it personal. Don't take it personal. I'm telling you my experience and like what many kids are living nowadays. They don't leave their houses. Myself, I don't go out to many places like I used to. And I'm an adult. I don't do it because like what I'm experiencing, you don't experience it. They will not ask you for your citizenship when you go out. They will.
I don't think
ask
she
you.
can
I've been
listen.
volunteering
No.
in school
Look,
I'm telling
with
she
you.
children. I have seen all of these children have passports.
Can
in
you
their
just
backpacks.
listen?
And so-
you don't take
Can you
it
just
personal.
listen?
You have to listen.
Listening session, listen to the
I'm
community.
not telling you, you can be doing like thousands of things that are good, which is exceptional, which is awesome. I appreciate that. Please listen to us.
Thank you.
I think you are a very good, decent person. I'm not gonna go back to my house and tell you that you are a bad person. I don't have life.
I'm sorry.
I don't have life.
I
I'm a
don't
very
think
great,
it's like that.
very forced mind. But I'm telling you that like, our experiences are very different. And this time it's coming from the highest level of government. Okay? None of us are going to our favorite restaurant or just going to places. You drive, you gotta keep an eye, you go quickly, you decide, get what you want, and come back home right away. Okay? I stay most of the time inside my house. If I go out, I have to carry my ID and my passport. I have never done that.
Yeah.
Okay? But I'm just telling you that you gave me a chance to tell my story. And that's why I'm telling you my story and my experiences, because I have experienced like xenophobic neighbors who have fomented stuff against me, and it has been approved by police and people working for this city. So what else do you want me to do? I'm not gonna hide away, or I'm just gonna run away from the city as a taxpayer, as a citizen.
Thank you for sharing. I think it's important that we as parents hear your experience.
I think
And I'm sorry to say anything to try to invalidate it, because I don't. I want to hear it. I have friends. I know
No, when we see you outside, you're St. Anthony citizen, right? When we see you outside, Lorna lives in St. Anthony citizen. But when you're here, you're representing the city. I think St. Anthony needs to understand. When we see each other, we can come by our top. But when we're in city officials, we're representing the city, the school board. Stop taking things personally. We're not here to attack you. We're not here against you. You need to understand the Lorna outside and the Lorna in the city, two different. You need to differentiate that. Once you walk in, you need to know you're a city official. This has nothing to do with you personally. And I think that would help a lot in St. Anthony. People taking a lot of things personally.
I am trying to take cue from our mayor. I believe does a better job than we have left in the conversation.
Well, maybe Charlie can find some courses because there's funding to train city council members,
Excuse me, Dr. Newman, but
and you guys can go get
I
trained.
want to educate myself on doing better.
No, and I'm just giving a suggestion as to what you could do that you should know about that's in place at the city. So you can request trainings to find out more about a topic.
Thank you. I do avail myself of that.
Okay, so maybe one of them should be being better at listening, I'm just saying.
And this is not about my personal development. It should be about who is here and listening.
This is about city council members training, not about you. You keep personalizing this. Things that you're doing are being noticed, and you're being told about it in very impassioned and polite ways. And you keep saying how you are trying to do better, you're trying to do better, and you keep getting asked to listen. The mayor hasn't been able to speak. You're just talking.
Thank you.
I think as a city, we would be so far. 2026 will be so far if people listen to each other. We do so much, we can do so much together. I'm gonna honestly say I don't like coming into these rooms. I don't like it. And I'm being very honest about people taking things seriously. I don't hate you. I don't know much about you, but you're representing the city that I live in. And for that alone, I think we need to listen to the voices aside. Because this is not, I promise you, this is not personal.
And she's a member at large.
We're living this. I'm sending my kids off every day. I think we would do so much together. But it's 2026. You know how many years we've been coming to this city?
2006 for me. She's a family that's here, that's been here for a while. And what's his name? The one who died first, recruited her to come into city council.
Excuse me, Dr. Newman, but you don't know what you're talking about.
You just said it. It's in the city council meeting notes. Check the city council minutes. We were there. You said in the very nice eulogy.
I joined a public commission.
Where? In St. Anthony? You said it that way.
I'm gonna interrupt because Hala and Gala, one of the things that I appreciate about you sharing,
Those two.
is the role that race plays in our community. And how even before ICE was in our community, we know race plays an important role in our community, and experiences of our community members of color is different than our white community members. And so what I'm hearing you share this afternoon is a reminder of how in this moment, that impact is felt differently. It's felt very differently by myself and my white neighbors, and it's felt very differently from our neighbors of color. And so in this moment, how, as a city and as a community, how do we ensure that we are ensuring the safety of our most vulnerable residents who, in this moment, don't look like me. And Hoa, thank you for reminding us of when your kids leave the house to go to school, what they are carrying with them, in case they are stopped by an ICE agent, is very different than other students are carrying. Other students are just welcome to walk to school. That is not your family's experience right now, in this moment. And we hear, as community members are setting up patrol around schools to try to create safer forms of transportation to get kids to and from school safely without being detained or, heaven forbid, kidnapped.
Put that in a letter on the website. Put everything you just said beautifully in a letter on the city website. Keep doing what you're doing with the patrolling and organizing teachers, but you as mayor, and have it printed in the journal notes as well. Front page. The village notes, thank you, front page. Do that. That's what you're being asked to do. Something like that, publicly.
Yeah, one thing I was gonna say was, the one thing that you guys always have at your disposal is your voice, your status, and your privilege as leaders here. So that you can amplify to no end. Yes, so there are statutes. Yes, there are limits to the changes you can make legally, but there is no limit to your ability to use your voice to advocate for our
Thank you.
citizens. And that, I think, means a louder voice and more expression of being with what we see is happening here. And the other thing is, what is the extra outreach that is being done to reach our Black, Brown, BIPOC immigrant communities? Is there any extra true outreach going on any level, like whether it's a personal level but I preferably on a city level, you know, to make sure that everyone does feel safe and welcome. And not just because this is happening, but because of our history. And this is a good time to like start making bigger changes, but I think it needs to be tangible.
And that's what I was thinking too. I mean, I worked in government for 15 years in the state, and like, yeah, there's limitations on what any city can do. But I think even if they seem really small and trivial, if it is publishing a letter, if it is saying you can't come in our parking lots and they're going to do it anyway, it's like those little things are saying this is not acceptable. This is the way. These are the methods that we have legally, right? They're like tiny little pieces for a tiny city. It's not going to make a huge difference effectively, right? We all know that they're going to do whatever they're going to do. But it is saying to the community, this is unacceptable, and we're going to do our little piece that we can do.
We're seeing how every little piece adds together.
Every little piece is, that's how math is. I think that's what we've learned through all of this. Every person doing their little piece.
Do a proclamation.
They're here on my corner.
Like a separation ordinance proclamation. Do a proclamation. You do them for all kinds of things.
Can I ask a question? Especially of you, because when I have thought about this, I've thought about if we as a city make a proclamation that is going to challenge the federal government, and specifically the police right now, is there, by doing that as a city, are we putting our hands up and asking them to come here? From my perspective, that's how I have been thinking about this. What's going to be the most effective way to keep our community safe? And when I say our community, our vulnerable community, the people who are going to be targeted. If we stand up and make a statement, like Minneapolis and St. Paul have done, and it brings more people to our community.
There are right now families that have been detained for over 8 months. If you listen to the news, just turn on the radio, right? Attorneys are talking about this. One of them was on NPR representing a family where he has to go into a detention center and see each family member individually. The young lady, she's 18. She has a sibling who's 9. She has a sibling who's 11. And there's 2 other ones. I think they're 5 little siblings. They're in this detention facility. Do you know what they did over the weekend after they heard about what happened in the streets of Minneapolis? They made noise. They began screaming, knowing that their privileges would be taken away. Knowing that. And Consequently and subsequently, that did happen. The 18-year-old was not able to visit with her family. And that's why her attorney was on NPR today talking about these barbaric practices that are occurring where there's no respect for the rule of law. So for you, right, saying that you understand but you can't do anything.
I'm asking a question of people who have a different perspective.
Okay, excuse
My
me.
perspective-
People who have a different perspective. You asked a question, posed it to the community. I have a ready answer for that. Like I said, just even today, this real story. They're willing to risk. And you're worried about, oh, I don't want to speak out and say we honor our immigrant communities, we love our neighbors, because it might bring ICE over here if we say that. That is ridiculous.
If I can.
I'm asking if that is a fear, it is a fear I have thought about and drives some of my passion. If that is not a fear of the people in our community who will be the most targeted, then I need to understand that.
Silence is not an option.
Right.
The fact that we're here
This
and
is
asking
here.
for these changes
You
says
don't
we
stand
don't
up for
want to
anything,
play
you
awesome.
don't fall for.
And I want to recognize that you asking me to do that, and people of color asking me to do that, very different.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. Please don't do that. Please don't do that.
So I would just like to know if I am.
She went to DEI 102.
I'm happy to change this.
Oh, man.
To be super clear for everybody here, I've seen them in our community with my own eyes. And ICE is asking
They came to my house.
And to assume that that the boundary between us and Northeast or Columbia Heights is anything arbitrary.
They don't know that there's a boundary there.
Right, so to not say something.
They came to the house before all of this happened, at the beginning of the surge.
Trying to understand their position because they actually have been targeted much longer than this.
What does that even matter? The time now gives importance? I mean, what is going on? Sometimes you just have to listen, go, talk to your people, collect your thoughts, and say something that's not ridiculous, especially as an elected official.
I think
My God.
the feedback that we're hearing from other communities, that immigrant populations in other communities are saying, don't make us a radar, do not put us on the radar anymore. Let's do what we can to protect one another, but don't be out there putting us on the radar. And so I think that's been a really important piece for us to.
You need to cite, thank
Who
you.
are you protecting? Like, you're not protecting the citizens. You're protecting the city if you're doing that. People are on the radar.
Right
Like,
here.
People are on the radar. ICE is here. It's too late to try to, I don't know who are you, I just don't understand who you would be protecting. It's not protecting the citizens, that's protecting your jobs. That's protecting the status quo, the governmental structure. That's not protecting the citizens. And that's what needs to happen right now, is protect the citizens.
And residents.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Doesn't take away from what he said. We all come from different perspectives. He said citizen as well. He wasn't corrected, but okay.
Sorry, I just didn't catch it earlier.
I have one other ask. Any changes that we make to respond to this current situation, we make sure that the language is going to be lasting and not something that like falls off with Operation Metro Surge.
So you're thinking something that's not just time bound.
Yes.
Consent decree, not consent decree. What is it? Separation ordinance, thank you. I'm working with the MPD thing, so you have to excuse me. It's hard to.
Welcome back to the questions and concerns that we want to discuss. We're going to
Listening right now, thanks.
How is the police department working? Like, let's say I'm a citizen, right? ICE knocks on my door. Can I call 911? Is what we ask. So I'm a citizen. I have a passport. The police department protects me.
So your question is, if you were home and they knocked on your door, and if you call 911, what would happen?
Yeah. would they be able to protect me knowing that I'm a citizen? They shouldn't be taking me. Can I get protected? Would the police department be able to protect me? Or any other citizens in Albany?
Or resident. And
I'm interested in it.
that's a great question in terms of, right, if you think about at our homes, if someone comes to our door, if someone tries to kick in our door, even if we don't know who's on the other side, our instinct is to call 911. And so, I think, Chloe, your question is such an important one, because what we are seeing is that people's homes are getting kicked in. So I can't hear anything. Can you speak up a little bit? Yeah. And then we actually did.
That's why we're not here, because there's a chair thing going on.
I think that's when I think about the tactics that are being used, what we've been taught is if someone comes to your door and is trying to get in, regardless of who's on the other side, if we feel threatened, we often call 911.
The question is, will the police respond?
And so I think in that,
My
police
bad.
will likely,
My bad.
anytime we call 911, we have about under 5-minute response time. And so I think in that time, there will be some of the things that we have been taught is they can't enter our homes without a judicial warrant. That's not happening in other communities. And
They're
so,
still doing it. Forget
Thank
about my
you.
home, forget about my home.
Thank
I'm on
you.
Silver Lake.
Yeah.
Driving, I get stopped.
yeah.
If I call St. Anthony Police, would they be able to help me? Have this chief talk to his police officers. Place for me.
Is your
Forget
question
about my
whether they
home.
can
Forget
stop
about my home.
ICE from detaining?
Forget about my home. I'm on Silver Lake Road. My daughter gets stopped. My child gets stopped. Or I get stopped. Will the city of police, St. Anthony Police, be able to help me if I call 911? Because I'm a citizen. Has that been, this has been a minute. This did not just happen yesterday. Come back to my question as to why is the police department not here on the table? Why is the school district not on the table?
Thank you.
The residents have a lot of questions.
Absolutely.
My other question is, this is not a safe space right now.
Thank
Be
you.
very honest.
Thank
It's
you.
not safe.
Thank
For
you.
us that want to be here.
I'm just going to tell you, in my block, there is an Indian family, Asian family, a Latino family. They're not here. And it's just like a lot of us paying taxes, but we are not here.
What the hell?
It should be okay. I work for a company, but I know every structure or like an entity, for example,
Thank you.
all of the residents.
Thank you.
So I'm not going to tell you how to do that.
Thank
It's a
you.
very simple way to have like it could be an email, it could be text message, that broadcast a message. and
The
you can
sign.
take it. But I'm going to tell you that like 2% of the population immigrants they are not here. There are a lot of immigrants in San Antonio.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yep.
You said that earlier, right?
You know, like some people are not doing anything or they don't. Some people are not just, they're not doing anything for us.
That's right.
You know, I don't know who's a representative in the city.
That's right.
That's the problem.
Membership, you know,
And I think that there's
council
a
members
big-
at large.
When I've asked the police department, there's a big difference between saying, well, we don't assist federal agents. We know that it's not your job to assist federal agents, but what will you do?
Thank
know that
you.
you can show up and you can kind of bear witness
We don't have
to
anything.
what's happening, but what will they do? That's a fair question that needs to have an answer. Like, it should have an easy, quick answer. Yeah, what will the police department do if I call 911 and I'm being wrongly detained? So one of the things that show up, guarantees that they're filming another body camera. Yeah, and you can speak up, it's fun to say. Yeah.
They have a whole cheerleading thing.
Guarantees they are recording in the body camera. Yeah.
Yeah, they're bearing witness. If they're not there and
You can still record.
and even if they don't know what they can do with that. If it is captured on camera, then it's
Get the lawyer person. I'm gonna say hi to her. Keep at the table.
I just heard the second Minneapolis, they'll call the Minneapolis Hospital. I know, I'm just saying, like, such as the gender. No, it's not 100% across the board.
This one. This one. Have you seen my mom? No. I will say hi to her.
Thank you so much for your questions.
I was here for the last meeting. When you took
You're taller.
the last meeting I was here, you took about immigration.
right now. You would never. But we need to start seeing. The prosecutors are a different breed, I'm just saying. Not at a community hearing, which would be helpful to you, if that was heard at the community meeting, there were no problems, but, all of these are difficult, I think that right now, whatever it is that we're doing, I said, it's like whatever, but. 10 years ago. 10 years
Yeah, so you've been, you guys have been all
The mayor was the director.
I'll text you.
next year, it was like, oh, well, we have some on.
See you later. Nice to meet you too.
Thank you. Yeah.
It never worked, you better know.
The self-disclosure, like this.
Did they like, was Mark? Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying.
That was me, yeah. Yeah, that was a shock. It wasn't good.
I'll download them. Okay.
I want to put my point inside. It makes it easy. I like it. I like it. Simple blocks, but I like it so better.
Yeah, but I saw it.
Yeah, likewise. Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
But it's a lot better.
And then
I mean, sprains are weird because sometimes, a lot of times, you live on the guys, I mean, you're following this, and you're But your parents, you know, they're protected,
Like, what is that problem? How is that police anymore? Because they don't respond. That's the problem that I found. Like, if you call, they don't. Okay, right now,
I feel like
two people that rolled up into my driveway and started trying to open up the door. It looked like they were coming into my driveway at my house. I don't really.
Yeah. There you go.
So when they're trying to enter home, they were in my living room, but they came with the firearm brandishing it. I know it's not a and then they were trying the cars, right? And so I'm freaking out because we get targeted for whatever reason. They thought I was messing at one point. So what if I am or not? They thought I was, we're just targets, especially the immigrant population, like was for some reason. But I digress a little bit. Called and the officer responded and then downgraded the call to the community. I can't even remember the terms, but the complaint is in there. And at that time, that vehicle was still driving around, actively looking for cars to break into in the community off of Silver Lake Road, right? No, Silver Lane. Sorry, we live on Silver Lane, off of Silver Lane. And so the cop never showed up. Violated, I don't know how many policies that I enumerated from the MPD manual, and I showed the video. Yeah, this and that, and they were just like, oh, she's just calling it the video. Because I refused to not call. Somebody has to call. Because this is happening.
No, I'm here.
Oh, okay. That's why I got confused.
Sorry, I just put my phone down. No.
I got confused. She's great to have.
I'm the moderator myself. It's up to you. This is,
I'm
there's no universal rules. I was, my parents are Christian, in this country, I have birth residency. I have birth residency. I'm socially person.
and speak to it in there.
That's what this is.
So, no, you know when I walk in and I see, I see
Yeah. See, really,
I know, and I get out and breakfast at night, it's the point of not having a person collect in my sometimes, and they're not able to speak out. Randall is a black man, and when he say that day, someone should have checked him, someone should have selected him. Me and Randall are way back. And the problem here is when we come in here to take home the person, he's a city council. If I see him a couple of days,
I know a lot of people don't like me. I'm a black man, immigrant, I'm going to speak out all the time because like I experience like what I experience. They don't like it. You know, like police, training, like all of them brand me, all of them they be after me in the city. So speak of the police. Something I reported, I'm stuck behind and I'm going to can you send me a picture of the black lady? Can you confirm your name, please? Never reply. It just come from this police department.
So he was filing a police report, and they texted him, calling, right? They texted, and he responded. So, and then he responded, send me something, and they never replied. Am I getting that right?
Right, right. And it's just not like it's a lot. I have like
Professional things,
myself.
a lot of them. They
I'm
called
sure
me
you
at
know.
11 o'clock at night and said, pick up your phone, baby, and hung up. Like, they're fucking crazy. These are your police officers.
Because these are like, I'm telling you, there are what's happening. There are collections in the city, the police, and a lot of people targeting me because of what I stood up against.
We believe that there's cooperation, and so not having a policy that says don't have ICE, just pushes that, drives that.
Okay, thank you guys so much for your time and for sharing.
And this is a real personal story of how it affected me. Does that make sense? And same with him. Being as he did until
The hanging news put in front of my house, all of those things happen, they never talk about it. They use it against me.
so you see people are suffering for a long time, and we need to hear something in there. We need to hear someone who represents us. I know you're an at-large, but I think that that's how stuff slips under the rug.
We have our life experiences that we bring and how that shapes us.
Well,
That's not, I can never not use that person.
It's so show up, please.
And I want to know more, because this is all way from my time. I don't have any of this history.
Yeah.
If y'all are willing to share.
We can meet, like, you'll have some great voices and great support. I know you guys worry about getting reelected, which is good, but why wouldn't we elect a voice that's actually for the first time for us? So, like, I'm just saying, no matter how many times it takes, and there's a lot of us here, but we're just afraid. Some of us are harder headed than others.
I can only imagine going off of my limited experience for what prior councils look like.
When you ran for, I think, mayor first, I was like, absolutely, I knew nothing about you.
Oh, I just
I knew nothing about you. You know, because I was like, no, it was that bad. It was that bad. It was that bad. You know, and then when you guys went unopposed, it's like, so people are organizing, you know, there's gonna be people put forth who can and wanna do it, you know, and that's what's gonna happen if this continues, and that's what you say. Like, it's just, what's happening outside, you know this from your proximity to the community and probably to the courts, is absolutely fucking crazy. So like, people are moving, people are risking for the first time, you know? So, this is the time. If there was ever one, this is the time.
We have the white population who's also risking
It's a fraction of it,
Community
yes.
alignments, yeah, which is.
Well, the 2A, the Second Amendment people, which we are as well.
Yeah.
But I think that single point, the Minnesota Rifle Association, the president was on NPR. Chair,
Minnesota Gun Association, something, owners club or something like that.
yeah, he was on NPR talking about like there's all different groups, Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians that are members, and they are really riled up because of what happened. So this is a time. This is the time.
Would you be willing to, I'm so sorry. No, I'll tell you this is the first that someone stopped and talked to us. This is the first.
In this way, yeah.
That is true.
Like really talk to us.
So this guy, Jensen, he doesn't live far away from me. When things happen, this guy used to walk around my house just to look at me and go. Frank is the same way.
They sent him because he's their city council person, and he actually made the choice to go out and look. Is what is the hurt. Because you also represent me. Why are you also patrolling my house to intimidate me? Like that's where that was coming from.
And then they have what I call like tokens around my house. I mean, things for them.
That's what I was gonna ask. Would you maybe send me an email and we can set a time to let, or anyone?
I'll shoot you the email, but I'll call you.
And I would love to hear more. Thank you so much. Oh, hi.
She gets the best hugs, I promise.
This is the first, I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. This is the first. Thank you for giving us the time to speak.
Yeah, and I'm sorry that you didn't have it before, but.
And
we
not
always
hug
have
Carl.
it.
I'm kidding.
I was thinking of that too, but I don't know if we're there yet, so we can
We're
finish
not
the
there
time.
yet, but
That's okay.
we can. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
These are helping you.
Thank you.
Taking over. Coming on.
How are you? Good. I missed you. You smell good too.
Oh, thank you.
It's good.
Should I stop at them?
I'm glad you came.